Beautiful people. How are y'all doing? It is Michael Bonner here. Listen, I am so glad to welcome you back to another episode of Conversations Unleashed, Rising Together. It is 2026. We are here collectively together, and I'm glad that y'all are here. Thank you for those that tuned in to yesterday's episode. You know, I had a lot of incredible people that were taking the time to listen and put it up on your stories. If you didn't tune in just yet, it's all good. I thank y'all for being here. Listen, as a reminder for the rest of 2026 and the foreseeable future, any orange cover is going to be dealing with education. Any blue and green cover is going to deal with leadership and business. This is why you can see in the Bonneville studios, we got the blue and green light behind us, baby. All right. We also want to do the Bonner briefing because I want to bring you more into my mindset about investing in money. I just love it. I just love learning about it. And then always anonymous. We'll talk about that. But I'm glad that y'all are here because I promised you that I was going to walk you through my thought process in regards to systems and goals, and even show you some edited versions of my goals for this year and how I tie systems to it. So let's go ahead and get into that because I really think today's going to be a great episode, a quick episode. So listen, get your water, get your coffee, get your mimosa, and turn it up inside of your car a little bit. I fixed the popping in the microphone, and we're going to have us a good episode. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all, let me tell you something. It warms my heart to see when y'all share my stuff and like and write reviews and watch on YouTube. It's everything. And as you notice, we're not even focused on numbers. We were just focused on community, rising together, literally. So let's get into this. And shout out to my mother, Frida K. Bonner. I know you're watching. Y'all, my mom's been watching my podcast ever since she's retired. So she's the GOAT. And my father, too. Dad, you know I love you. I'm named after you. And to my grandmother who's recovering from knee surgery. I love you too, Grandma. So y'all, first off, can we just give a round of applause for the studio upgrades? Can we do that, please? Can we? Come on now. Listen, I like it. It's such a vibe here, and we can tell that we're improving. Remember, you start and you'll adjust later. So let's talk. Today, I want to help you as I'm helping myself. And I had therapy today, which is really good, which will allow me to clearly get this across to you in 5 minutes on the importance of today's title. All right. So I want AI. I need you to clip this because people are setting goals for 2026. And this episode is going to be dedicated to why your goals won't work in 2026. I want you to tune in. I want you to share this podcast. I want you to send it to whoever. And even if you're the YouTube family watching on YouTube, you can see the visuals that I want to put up today because I actually have some edited goals for myself this year to show you what I mean by making sure your goals are attached to systems. So how do I get into systems? I was scrolling on Twitter. Twitter for me is one of my favorite social media platforms because I can read, right? I can check out what people are saying. And what happened is last year I came across this unique thread about systems. And that's where the quote, goals are for people who only want to win once. Systems are for those who want to win repeatedly came about. Y'all, I saw a tremendous impact with my students last year, and I saved all of my data. I save all of my data just in case somebody calls my bluff, when it comes to teaching or when it comes to being effective. So it worked so well last year. I was like, I need to apply this to my life personally. Right. I told you around the chain that I wear around my neck. You can see it here on YouTube. Right. I have my word for the year. I have my scripture and I have my giving goal. But the thing is, I've never applied systems intentionally to my personal life. And 2025 taught us that. You were with me all of 2025. We documented that. So today, what I want to do is I want to take you through 3 paradigms that you need to do to make sure your 2026 is successful. And I think you'll be good. And I just want you to think about it. Because everybody has goals. Everybody has goals, right? But goals are, like I said, meaningless. So what we're going to do is, because we got a studio now, baby, I can share the screen, okay? I want to go ahead and switch to this, all right? And I want to share with you my particular goals for this year, all right? So what you're looking at right now on YouTube, and I want you to get a good chance to check this out. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, I like this a little bit more, all right? So y'all look, right here, I think for me, if you notice, here's a mock example of it. I like setting up my goals in the sense of domains. So as you see here, I have a spiritual domain, I have a health domain, I have a business domain, I have a financial domain. Mind you, these have been edited for your demonstration so you can see. So for example, in the spiritual domain, we can zoom in here. All right. I have here, right? It says commit to blank minimum per month. That means money giving towards a church, right? Because they can't function, stream, give back to community if they can't have money and funds to do it, everybody. I have a goal of attending church 50-50 in person and online. For me, y'all, COVID made me a little lazy. I just stay at the crib and watch, right? But there is something about being in person. I experienced that this Sunday at Change Church when it was a very powerful moment in worship. And I don't know if that would have really translated online as it did in person. I have draw closet to God, so closer to God, and continued therapy with John. These typos are crazy, but don't judge me. So what I want to do is I'm gonna share with you. With that, I have a system put into place, right? So if you notice, for my spiritual domain, to enforce that one, here are my systems. The first 30 minutes of the day must go to God, and that's devotional and prayer, right? So it's reinforcing drawing closer to God. Anybody can have a goal, right? But what is your system to reinforce that, right? The second one, notice my system. Go to my office to establish early discipline. Because sitting in that bed don't work for Mr. Bonner. It don't work for me, Michael, right? Not getting up and moving, I'm going to get stuck and hit the snooze button. So that's my system for me. Also, John is my therapist. So if you notice here, I have a new one that says 2 hours of social media per day. For me, y'all, the reason why I am limiting social media is because I have found out social media is nothing but noise sometimes based on what you follow. And I don't have capacity for a lot of noise right now. I got capacity for execution and strategic, intentional execution, right? Let's give you some more examples. All right, let's give you some more examples because I like this and I like the smoothness. If you're on YouTube right now, I know you digging this right now. Let's get into this help domain. All right, let me zoom into that real quick, right? It says this 3 to 4 day workout regimen. All right. Sauna with rowing and jogging combination. I need to drink a minimum of 3.5 to a gallon of water. You see me, my water jug right now. Executive physical by the end of the year, and also a physical for Q1 and executive physical by the end of the year. So basically those are the same thing. Now let's slide out and let's go down to the systems to reinforce that, right? Look at that. For 30 minutes, I must either row or jog in the neighborhood. That's reinforcing me getting healthy. I put out the sauna days for me. Sauna on a Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening. Anything else is extra. If you did not know, infrared saunas help with inflammation and the, detoxing your cells. And because y'all know me, I've told you this. When Mr. Bonner, when I eat unhealthy, my face puffs up, and I ain't got time for puffy cheeks and face. I'm trying to get some, deals and more partnerships and look good for when teachers and people come to RCA, and I can't do that unhealthy. Let's go deeper. All right. What else do I have? Continue intermediate fasting from 11 to 7. I've been doing that. That helps tremendously. Because a lot of times people have poor sleep because your body can't break down. It's trying to break down the food and digest the food as you're trying to go to sleep. So your body's still working. So 7 is a cutoff for me. On my off days, notice how I put here, grab a smoothie for lunch. That's me, right? I'm changing what I put in my body. That's my system. And the last one, to get even more active, to try to hoop with RCA alumni. So as you can see, these are the things for me. Right? These are the things for me. I'm tying my systems to goals. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to show you really quickly, right? For business, you know that I am big on trying to expand. Up here in the business domain, I have attended educational speaker conference. I'm doing those two. Go see Ryan Leak speak. Ryan Leak is incredible. I think he's talented, and I am looking to build a closer relationship with him. So I got to go see him. Complete X amount of speaking engagements for 2026. All right, y'all, listen. The reason why that is important for me, one, I have people I'm trying to support. I have scholarships I'm trying to give. I have programs I want to support. Okay, so I got to improve this business, hands down. Clip that. You can't say that you want to do something and then don't put a system behind it. right? That's cognitive dissonance, saying you want to do something but acting a different way. So the business domain is definitely important. And the last one, y'all check this out, the 10 live streams on YouTube. I'm definitely going to get into that because I think that's important, as why we have the Bonneville studio. All right. And the last but not least, the domain, save $5,000. Let's look at our goals, right? Let's look at our systems attached to those goals, right? Notice how I said schedule a call with Carl to discuss budget and financial outlook for keynote speakers. Hey, y'all, the current administration cut funding for education. So I'm not going to sit here like a duck. I can't sit here like a duck. I can't sit here like a duck and just wait for something to happen. I got to go get it, right? I got to go get it. Too often in life, people just sit and let things happen to them. No, in my life, what I'm learning to do, I'm going to pray. I'm going to sit and process, and then I'm going to attack. You got to attack. Faith without works is dead. Even if you're not in the spiritual aspect, any philosophy or any ideology always speaks to the importance of actions. All right. Let's go deeper with this. Move podcast to Sunday to honor the Sabbath. I told you that. And notice how I said, let's skip to money real quick. Notice how I said save $5,000. But right here, I put let me move this over. Set aside $500 minimum monthly into a HYSA. Set aside $500 minimum monthly into a HYSA. Last year, I told everyone that for the year 2025, you need to get your money right because I saw the advancement of artificial intelligence. And I am not backing down from that from this year. For those of you that are trying to be intentional about moving your family forward, I need you to really put this into your mind. If technology is allowing companies to flow more fluidly, if technology is allowing teachers to teach easier, that means the human capital in that space may decrease because technology can do more of it. The only way that will allow you and your family from this generation and the next to have a sustainable life in a world that's evolving with technology is that you have to have some type of financial literacy. A HYSA is called a high yield savings account. Oh, this is about to be good, and I'm going to end this podcast on this one, all right? Oh my gosh, I could do a whole episode on this. Maybe I will for the business one. Y'all hear me? There is speculation on the reason why education systems don't teach about financial literacy. To some people believe that they don't teach about financial literacy so people can be addicted to being a consumer so you can keep making other people rich. In the community that we have here rising together, I don't want you to fall through that trap. I want you to understand the importance of your dollars in being a consumer and producer. So because of that, I need you to hold on to saving your money and building systems around it so you can liberate yourself from some things. Nobody after a while cares about your cell phone and the bag that you wear. Nobody cares about the car stuff you drive. We see it when you go by and that monthly payment is still yours. It's still yours, baby, right? This year, if you're serious about saving money, you need to understand the importance of how this structure works. Your banks give you 0.25% or maybe less in your savings account. Go check Wells Fargo, go check Truist, go check Bank of America. Shout out to all those incredible banks. But I want you to go check them out. A high yield savings account normally gives you 3% to up to 5% based on interest rates in the environment. So if you want your money to grow a little bit more and you want it to be safe, sometimes people put it into a high yield savings account where they can actually get it. It still stays liquid. It's not affected by the stock market or real estate crash. I just want to give you a little bit of education on that because I don't know about you, but 2026, I'll show you real quick. My word for 2026, because I done prayed for it. I done prayed over this bad boy. You see this? Abundance. Bingo. Right there, people. Abundance. Abundance actually distilled. I put 2 words behind it. And my scripture is Psalms 103. Abundance and distilled means to break something down so it can be stronger, to remove excess. So I don't know about y'all, but for 2026, for me, I'm removing foolishness and anything that's noise so I can live an abundant life. And you know who else gonna have an abundant life? My Rising Together crew. So listen, I hope that you enjoy this episode, this type of style, just us having a real conversation, us just sharing and showing you the way I'm thinking through things. Please forget those typos and listen, hit me up. I've been responding to Parks. I've been responding to so many of y'all, man, so many of y'all. Day. So many of y'all have shared things, and listen, I just want us to get better together. So if you can for me, take care of yourself. You know me, you know the vibes. Make sure that you always remember it is legacy over likes. You take care of yourself. You have an incredible week, and we'll be back later this week for the Bonner briefing as we begin to evaluate the stock market and what's going on in this world. All right, I love y'all. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Peace.